Hello, and welcome to the lesson Introduction to Business Analytics at the Business Analytics with Excel course, offered by Simply Learn. This lesson will introduce you to various types of analytics. It also explains the analytic concepts and the related examples for understanding them better. Let's start with understanding what exactly analytics is. In today's data-driven world, analytics plays a vital role, not only in the businesses, but also in the various fields, such as sports, healthcare, finance, government, and many more such fields. We have seen so many books on analytics that have become global bestsellers. People who are able to apply analytics, known as data scientists, are hailed as having best jobs of the 21st century. Now you must be thinking, what analytics really is? Analytics is a scientific process to examine raw data, to draw meaningful and logical sense of the data. It gives insights about the information to the organizations that will enable them to make better decisions. The study of analytics often involves analyzing historical data to look for the potential trends of the past in order to understand the effects of certain decisions or to evaluate the performance of the business based on the decisions. The goal of a proper analysis is to improve business by gaining a comprehensive knowledge of past trends and decisions, which is the basis for which corrective actions can be taken. For example, say the operations head of a multinational tire company wants to do a detailed analysis of defects during the tire production at its various manufacturing plants across the globe. Every time there are defects on the tires during the manufacturing process, the defect is stored with a predefined defect code. Through proper analytics implementation mechanisms, the operations head can perform an analysis for every product, on every machine, for every operator. He can also obtain results for the number of defects in each plant. This is how companies optimize their supply chain performance using this concept. They do a predictive analysis, keeping historical data as the base. In this lesson, you will be introduced to business analytics with Excel. Michael is a fresher, and he recently started working as a business analyst in an IT company. His manager assigns him a new project that requires him to perform tasks using Excel. He needs to understand and utilize Excel for many purposes. To complete the project, he has to learn the concept of analytics, the types of analytics, and also the areas of analytics with relevant examples. Now, let us learn about types of analytics. There are four distinct types of analytics. Descriptive, which explains what has happened, diagnostic, which states why it happened, predictive depicts what could happen, and prescriptive talks about what should happen. Here, we will learn about these types in detail, one by one. The first one on the list is descriptive analytics. This is known as the simplest class of analytics. This type of analytics allows us to break a big chunk of data into smaller pieces, chunking out relevant information from the data or brief synopsis of what has happened. Let us take an example of doing a descriptive analytics of the customer data. It includes finding answers to the following questions. How many different segments of buyers are we dealing with? Where are these buyers located? How do high-value customers differ? What are they interested in? What is the income, age, number of children, occupation, and regional breakdown of these buyers? The next type is diagnostic analytics. Diagnostic analytics is the best option to go for if you want to dig deeper into the data you have collected and have a better understanding of why things happen. Let us now learn about another type, which is predictive analytics. Predictive analytics is another option available to us to condense data. It uses different statistical data modeling and data mining techniques to study the latest and past trends, thereby allowing business analysts and data scientists to make predictions. Here's an example of doing predictive analytics for a marketing campaign. It will look for answers to the following questions. Who will respond to this campaign, for what product and through which channel? What are the potential values of each customer and prospect? Who will stop the subscription of the services, and when would that happen? The last one on the list is prescriptive analytics. Prescriptive analytics is the last phase of business analytics and is related to both descriptive and predictive analytics. While descriptive analytics provide information about what has happened, and predictive analytics helps to forecast what might happen, which is probabilistic in nature. Prescriptive analytics optimizes decision-making by determining the best solution available amongst various choices, given the business constraints. Let us now go ahead and list some areas of analytics. Some of the areas of analytics are customer analytics, industry-focused analytics, financial analytics, performance analytics, and risk analytics. Customer analytics is a process that helps an organization take critical decisions and deliver offers that are anticipated. This analytics offers the organization customer insights necessary to take decisions. Customer analytics uses techniques such as market segmentation, predictive analytics, data modeling, and visualization. It plays a pivotal role in the prediction of customer behavior. For example, customer acquisition and customer retention. All the telecom companies these days use different marketing methods to retain their customers. Financial analytics. This type of analytics is a new way to drive competitive advantage. It helps financial executives explore different ways to answer specific financial-related business questions and forecast future financial situations. In today's dynamic business environment, financial analytics helps the finance function to bring greater value to the organization. Financial analytics helps companies make multiple views of their data and derive insights that will help them take the necessary actions. For example, consolidation of financial statements. Financial statements are reports prepared with the sole purpose of maintaining business accounts in a timely manner. These statements showcase the financial position of the company to the market stakeholders, shareholders, government, and general public. These statements give a clear and detailed overview of the company's financial position to investors and creditors as well. Performance analytics is the practice of using data and technology to study how our business is performing to continuously make it better, like managing daily operations, planning strategies, and budgeting for business, meeting service level agreements, and pinpointing areas of improvement. For example, here in resource management, the performance of the employees is monitored on a regular basis, keeping in mind the parameters dependent on the type of organization and expectations. Performance analytics gives companies enough time to take corrective actions for improving the performance of the employees in time, if required, thus improving the productivity and output of the company. Risk analytics. In today's dynamic business environment, where things change at a rapid pace, the rate of risk is very high. The insecurities caused by these risks affect the success of the business. Risk analytics tries to receive the uncertainties of the predicted future and helps evaluate the project's success or failure. Organizations are trying to define and understand their tolerance level for real. With the help of risk analytics, organizations try to manage and mitigate the risk as they can be identified, measured, and planned, thus allowing decision makers enough time to make wise decisions and corrective action. Risk analytics can be categorized as quantitative risk analysis and qualitative risk analysis. Quantitative risk analysis quantifies the possible project results specific to a project. This analysis tries to numerically evaluate the possibilities of various adverse events and predict the losses a company would go through if any of the possibilities come true. Qualitative risk analysis is performed on almost all risks and is not numerically defined. This method involves defining various project-related threats and risks, determining the extent of these risks, and proposing corrective actions in order to avoid the risk. For example, in banking industry, credit scores are built to predict individual delinquency behavior and is used to represent the credit worthiness of an individual. Corruption is understood as an unethical conduct by a person or group of people to generate illegal profit, generally to acquire personal benefit. It drastically affects the confidence and trust of the parties involved and thus hampers the achievement of project goals. It's one of the common risks to be taken into account. Let's recall what we have learned in this lesson. Michael now understands the basics of business analytics. He learned that analytics is a scientific process that examines raw data to draw meaningful and logical conclusions from them. It is used across industries to derive crucial business decisions. He understood that analytics has been divided into 4 different types, namely, descriptive, which explains what has happened; diagnostic, which identifies why it happened; predictive, which determines what could happen; and prescriptive, which talks about what should happen. Michael also learned that business analytics can be divided into several types, such as customer analytics, financial analytics, performance analytics, and risk analytics.